So, hey, anyway, welcome back, guys. This is my channel, Raxus Online, and it has been a long time since I um, went online. Oh, I gotta pick this. I think I have to do this. Sometimes I don't like my setup. It's not perfect. HDMI output second. Why is there no audio for my game? I'm gonna increase the volume a little bit. I hope I don't blow out my eardrums. And I'm gonna pick for my output, I'm gonna do second. And there we go. We now have sounds. Where was I? So it's been a while since I've been online. Unfortunately, I found work. That's not something people usually say, unfortunately, too. But yep, I am now working full time. And I am basically working I'm basically working 6 days a week. Technically, it would be a total of like. Oh, my volume is too loud. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. So what happens is that I am working in my main job. I am working about 24 to anywhere from 20 hours to 30 hours a week. But then in my other job, in the hospital, I am working about anywhere from of the Dodi. So what I've been doing now is just using seeds, and the output has been very, very high. I can have a total of like 500,000 in just 2 days. 500,000 dust in 2 days, which is kind of way a lot. So I would have to make sure that my gotchas have good weight, at the same time upgrading the crafting skill, and it's unlike seeds, which weigh very, very little to help me farm. Now I'm gonna show you my setup over here. So this is my farm. I have all of these, and then each of the fridges, I've set it to accept only one type of crop or berry, and it has been working so far. I think wildcard did something, because before I would find this like this would become like 97, 76, 50 before the robot would attempt to fill it again. See, it says here 98, but before it would have only 10 berries, and the slots would be full, and the robot will not attempt to fill it anymore, because technically it has filled 80 slots. I usually don't use my crops because it takes some. I don't try to craft soups and potions before I use them. So at least it's now 99. Before it would be like the spoil timer would be low, and then the robot would stop filling up the fridge, which is I was hoping they would fix it, and apparently they did. My next problem with having a farm like these is I would have a robot that does this. For some reason, it can't accept a collision. Maybe if the server is laggy, your robot is not gonna do well, because the robot needs the processor of the server. So having too many robots in a server actually will lag the server out. So I'm happy to have a server that there's not a lot of people online, and when that happens, then there's not a lot of robots moving about. If this was a server that had like 50 to 70 people, and all of them had Sir Mate online, then it would really affect the server, because this requires a bit of processing power. See if he finally figured it out. I think he waits he waits for some sort of computing, maybe server timer. I don't know what he does. He just spins around, around, around before he goes to the task. And sometimes I will find him stuck, so I have to summon him again and set him down so that he'll be able to do the stuff that he needs to be doing. Anyway, let's fill up the other gotchas and we'll see. There we go. Where was I? I was over here. So I'm hoping to craft tech ceilings in the future, because a lot of people seems to be buying a lot of tech ceilings, and I was wondering, like, why would they want tech ceilings? It's not like you can get the element back, but apparently resource wise, it's better overall, I guess. We will see about that. Okie dokie. So what I do is I try to fill my iguanodon with some. Oh, that's empty. They're here. There we go. So I'm gonna try and fill the iguanodon with mejoberries. Oh no! I made a mistake. Let's put this back again over there, because I had seeds ready in the iguanodon. Like, you don't have to use the same berry that I'm using. Using other berries seems to work, but I haven't done the testing. Like, I didn't have the time. Somebody sent me a message. What's this? What was that? Yes, I know I'm now live in my channel. 450. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna grab a seed. And let's go. Oh, I forgot. I have my teleportation over here. Bam! So I'm gonna fill this up with the seed. Fill this. So this is what I did. So I want to do this because at least the robot will be able to walk on top of it without any problems. See? And then I got tired and then just put a lot of troughs over here. This area is for my herbivore breeding, and that over there is for my carnivore breeding. So I'm hoping to put like troughs over here, and so that the robot won't have to like be stuck, because I find that he gets stuck. Like, I'm gonna show you here. He's now dancing over here. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, he sometimes works. The robot is only useful if you are within render range, and I think the render range is now 50 food stat. So that might be a good way to check if what the real render distance is. Doing this chore. Here we go. Da, 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 da. So far, so good. You know what I want to do? I want to check out Exoprimal. Wonder what's going on with the game. It was a very fun game. It's been a while since I played it. I might as well check it out for a while. I'm almost done. I miss those jump pads. It made things a whole lot easier, like jumping here and there instead of having to use your boosters. I stopped using boosters. Spare Alpha Dragon Head. I stopped using boosters in ASE when I had the jump pads, especially in my base. I loved using the what Sonoma crops. I really loved the Sonoma crops. I miss the Sonoma crops, to be honest. That's surprisingly low, 172. 107 could be getting 30k for one gacha pair. So I have 3 pairs going on, so that's 90 per 3 hours. So let's just say in 5 hours I would get like 90k, and I typically farm for real. I have an electric fan on the back of my Xbox X because it is getting old and heated up though. For the amount of I paid for it, it better to keep on working for like 3 to 4 more years. And I am playing on my Steam. I wonder if I could. Let's see. Rates. I get more grinding stuff during event as compared to during regular rates. Time to see how much I got over here. This one I'm not sure how much, cause oh, it's 138. That's actually a lot more. Wow. Should that be a total? Sometimes I forget to level up the whole thing. This is already fine. 180 in the dust that I'm getting as compared to the other pair. So having 160 means good. It's 37k, that's a lot. Okay, and it's already almost 6 o'clock EST. S. I should be using the Xbox S to like it can it can have more abuse compared to it can take more abuse compared to my Xbox, but I don't want to ruin both, to be honest. I need to clean my Xbox X. I usually just use farming, and then I need to farm meat. Lots and lots of meat. This one, 113. 122. So 230 crystals. I find it better that way because inventory wise, your character can only handle 300, I think. 12 gotcha pairs. There you go. I'm gonna feed the torches because they don't really have any over here. So just to show you how much I get, this is on times. I don't want to grind this into stone again. So I get all of these. That's a lot of metal. And I also get poly, which I convert into stone. No, sorry. Into... That is good. So if I'm not online, then this robot will stop working. If I'm not within render range, the robot will stop working. So essentially, because we don't want stuff going to waste. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's already full. So yeah, 90,000 per hour is quite good. No, 2 to 3 hours. It's quite good. I just want to test something. What is the render? How to do a render distance test? Because I know that this here, for example, if I put this here and then I follow it, caver, it starts showing my caver. Caver. It's taking a long time to what happened to my streaming? So if I do that, so I see that one. So I think it's really 100 meters. But 100 is over here. Okay, I'm moving now beyond. Nope, it's not 100. That's 112. I still see it. It's still rendering. I can still see it. I think it really depends on your settings. I can still see it at 180. I can still see the Megatherium. I'm on 200. So I guess the render distance is quite long. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe it's device specific. That's the only thing that I can think of here, that it is device specific. Okay, time to put another pair of gotchas. And then owls. I have 4 owls. Only problem is I only have 1 pego. I need 2 pegos. Where did my pego go? And I can use this one for now. 1 pego. A bit of a family drama. You know, we have this insane in-law. That's the best I could call her. She is the wife of my uncle. How would you call uncle on your family? Right? Okay, I would say, okay, let's use this term in the future. Biological uncle, maternal biological uncle. So my maternal biological uncle has a crazy wife, and that is actually funny to say because my uncle is a little bit crazy. He was actually, how do I say this, traumatized as a young adult in a hazing ritual in in as a seaman. He is a sea no, it's not seaman. Seaman. He is a seaman, and he was supposed to work in a ship. And working in a ship is actually prestigious because it's like the salary is actually really high. Uh, that was the before nursing. Seaman was the in thing, the popular choice of college or profession for a lot of Filipinos, especially Filipino mothers. I'm not saying that the mothers will go to ship, but these mothers would force their kids into becoming seamen. And you know, being a Filipino kid, you kind of like just say yes to whatever your mom tells you. It's a very toxic culture in a way, but you know. So my uncle took up. So maybe he wanted to be a seaman also. He just didn't we just didn't expect that there would be some hazing involved. And in fact, I was about 2 or 3 years old when he was hazed in the ship. According to some accounts, somebody poisoned my uncle with, they put something in his drink. There's also the possibility that he was really traumatized and possibly SA'd by somebody, and he grew crazy, for lack of a better word. I'm gonna answer this. It was a good map, had scorch area. It had wyvern. It was a good map, by the way. So my uncle grew crazy, and he needed to be rescued from the boat because the crew wasn't taking that much responsibility for him. It was in the 90s. So the 90s, there wasn't really like a lot of human rights thing, worker rights, compensation, and everything. And in fact, the people who did this to my uncle have become very successful in their lives, which is kind of saddening for what happened to him. So he was just eventually that family member that would be hired to help with the family business. And one of my aunts was very rich. Not like extremely rich. She was a hardworking woman, graduated as an architect, and married also an engineer. So they were both professional in a high paying jobs in the Philippines. And they had businesses. And it wasn't like a big business, it was just a sari sari store. And a sari sari store, it would be like a bodega, but the difference is that the customers do not get to touch the product. There would be a counter, and there would be an attendant, and you would ask what you would want to buy from the attendant. So that's a sari sari store. It's different from a bodega. So this auntie-in-law of mine was an attendant was hired as an attendant in that particular sari sari store, and she kind of thought that my uncle was part of a rich family, and I really can't blame her. I mean, my uncle, when he's okay, he's actually charming. He's actually very very charming. Okay, and there was some rumors that my auntie-in-law and both of them have thankfully, with our help, not really like maximum help, both of them have finally graduated and are fairly independent. There's only one more kid left in their care, and that kid is a monster. By the way, my cousin is a monster. She is following the footsteps of Karen. So the funny thing is, she knew my uncle was crazy, but she stayed with him. At the same time, we knew she was cheating. So that's the situation of my uncle right now. Um, my uncle stays with my grandmother, taking care of her. I'm actually sending money to my grandmother, like 5,000 a month to cover groceries and everything else. And he got angry because I wasn't giving him the money. I would not give him the money. I know that he would just give it to his wife, and then my grandmother would have nothing to eat. So I give it to another auntie-in-law. I like her because she's very nice, and she's not obligated to take care of my grandmother, but she actually is helping. So I gave her the 5,000. It was originally 3,000 pesos for some food and stuff. I told her, like, here's an additional 2,000. Get something for yourself. Like, you want to buy groceries for yourself, do it also. So just like kind of like helping her, and it's a pretty good arrangement, to be honest. And so what's happening here now is a very weird one-sided open relationship, wherein Karen is living with somebody else, and this somebody else is also married, has his own family. So she basically, Karen did not just break her own family, she's also breaking another family. That's how crazy and evil she is. um, this Karen, Auntie Karen, also apparently sold the land of her father, and she has many siblings. Because back then, like in the 50s and 60s, families would actually have multiple children, like 5 to 7 to 10 children. Like my father is also the child of a multiple sibling family. I think he has 8 siblings. My mother has 7 siblings, and both of them are the eldest of each family. That's how crazy my family is. And so yeah, Open AI. How much is an Open AI account? Like 200 per month. That is crazy. I'm not doing that. Or they're leaving the thing with ARK is that it doesn't have like like a bulletin board. I don't know what this is kind of. Oh, May 26. It will be active. Oh, okay. It's reconnecting again. May 26. So I guess we have time to farm. Let me just fix this. So I have a place that I usually go to. Let me just check a couple of things first. I want to check which one. So I need more of the massive and then one for the clever. Okay, let's go with the massive for now. Where's the massive again? Massive is over here. Ah, more drama in my text messages again. Okay, where's the cave? There you go. Let's see how well. Okay, this is good enough. Some of them should. Ooh, there's one over there. I'm gonna go grab that in a few minutes. Wrong move. It's a good thing though that pyromanes are immune to lava. You could literally take a swim inside the lava and you won't be affected. The only problem though is there. That was a bit, quite a bit. Ah, ah, stupid, stupid, stupid. The only thing is, if I'm wearing my otter because I'm gonna be grabbing some artifacts, if I fall into lava, the otter will take damage. Too much damage, and the otter will unalive, will die. There you go. Okay, how much meat did I get? Over here, one supply drop.